Hey, what's up, everybody? Dennis here, Analog Archives. I'm gonna do a thread response here. Metal Mickey started this. I've seen a bunch of other people do this already. It's called the blinkers thread. Basically, it's like having blinders on a horse, but it's for like people that like specific genres of music. In this case, it's death and thrash metal. And he added in glam too. I'm not gonna have any glam on my list because I don't listen to glam, so it all sucks, man. No, I'm just kidding. I like some glam, but you know, you do have those people that are. What he was saying is like he had a buddy and he was like, "Hey, tell me something from 91 to 93 death metal that you don't care for, you don't like." And his friend was like, "No, it all rules, dude." And he's like, "Can it really rule?" So he kind of had these, like, the way he set it up, he had these parameters for years. Like I said, death metal was like 91, 92, 93. Thrash metal was like 86, 87, 88. I'm not really going to follow that so much. I mean, it'll pretty much be in that vein. It might be out like 1 or 2 years from there, but it's all basically in that same timeline, I guess. But we better get set here. What we're drinking is a Blind Pig from Russian River Brewing, one of the best breweries, close to Santa Rosa, California. IPA, obviously known for their Pliny the Elder, which is one of the best IPAs. I like Blind Pig though. I think this is one of their actually first beers that they made before they were Russian River. But it's a really good IPA. Got the old school Wonder Woman glass. Got to represent that, of course. But I thought this was a pretty fun topic. I mean, it's not going to be fun because, I'll get a lot of hate on some of these, which is fine. It's just my opinion. Just like everybody that did this thread, it's their opinion. It's stuff that didn't resonate with them for one reason or another. And I've seen people just slam on some classic records. I mean, I've seen like Suffocation in there, Macabre, Entombed, and I'm talking like Clandestine, not like Wolverine Blues. Shit, what else? Razor, Exhumer. Man, people are just slamming on these bands, which was really surprising to me, honestly. But I mean, to everybody has their own opinion, right? So go watch all those videos. They're pretty, I wouldn't say fun, but I think a lot of people have different opinions just because of either the time they grew up and when they listen to this stuff, or it doesn't mesh with them, which is kind of cool because everybody has a different ear for different things. And you might hear something and be like, yeah, this just doesn't impress me. Well, somebody else listens to it and is like, man, this is the best fucking death metal record I ever heard. Which a lot of these are going to be like basically stone cold classics for a lot of people. So don't get upset with me, or you can, I don't care. Just tell me, hey Dennis, fuck off, that album rules. Which is fine, I'm just going to be like, no it doesn't. Make your own video. So I mean, I've gone on to other channels too and been like, dude, what are you, crazy? Sinister Slaughter fucking rules. But what we're listening to before we get too far in, we got this is a cool one. Invasion, Berserk Artillery Barrage. I think these guys are from Indiana. Fucking killer death thrash, like fucking Creator mixed with like Dismember or something. I think it came out in 2001, like all war themed type of bolt thrower type shit, but it sounds nothing like bolt thrower, obviously. Just fucking killer death thrash, man. That's what I love about the early 2000s. You got bands like these that were just like taking inspiration from other bands at the time, and it was just like, fuck it, we're coming out with this, which was cool. And this thing just fucking destroys, man. Always loved it since it came out. So I've done a couple of these videos. If you don't know, go look at my videos. I have I think 10 albums that aren't Saint Anger that suck. I think that was a Metal Mickey video too. I'm not sure. Might have been a thread from him. He comes up with kind of the more negative ideas. Not anything bad about you, Mike, but he comes at his opinions. Sometimes he wants to talk about them, and like he'll come out with a thread that's more on the negative side. But which is fine. I like to do these videos as well because everybody has an opinion, right? They all suck. But and I did another one like top 10 overrated records or something. So I'm not going to go over those records again. I'm trying to do new stuff. Go watch those if you want to see those records. Which I get the most views on. I get the most views on my negative videos, which is weird, but that's fine. People always want to like yell at me. They love to yell at me about Pantera for some reason. And I'll just mention Pantera sucks, and I'll get 20 fucking messages, which is fine. I don't care. I think you guys can like whatever you like. I don't. That's not up to me what you listen to. You want to listen to shit that sucks? That's all you, man. Alright, so like I said, I've done a couple of these videos, but they've mostly been more death metal based, so this one definitely has more thrash. There might be a couple of extras in here. I didn't really count too much, but it's supposed to be a top 10 if you want to do the video right. Go check out Metal Mickey's video and his directions and what he does on his. But I always like to change things up just a little. So we'll get started with some thrash. I don't think any of these are going to be like super, well, yeah, some of these will be, you guys will fucking hate me for, but this this record, super hyped. People love this. I don't think I've ever heard one bad thing about this record. Mostly all these records, I've never heard one bad thing about them. That's probably why they're, to me, like records I don't care for that other people do, and that's going to be Toxic, World Circus, and this came out 87, I think. Yeah, 87. This is a Roadrunner press, Metal Mind. It's like a limited edition. I don't know. I found it used somewhere at Rasputin's for $10, and I was like, oh, let me check out that. I had Think This on cassette, but I got so much hype out of it. Like everybody was always talking about this, so I was like, okay, maybe I'm missing something on the first record, right? Because I don't like Think This either. So I was like, all right, let me check this out. This sucks, man. I don't like this shit. It's just overly technical Anthrax basically, and the singer cannot stop fucking screaming. Like the whole time it's just falsetto after falsetto. At least on Think This, his vocals are a little bit different, but this, man, every chance he gets, it's like fucking nuts in a vice constantly. It's like, god damn, dude, it gets so fucking annoying. Like I said, I don't think, like a lot of these I can listen to, but this one, I'll never put this on. And here's the thing too, don't fucking write me and be like, I'll take it, dude, or I'll buy it off you. No, I'm not going to be selling these things, so that's not going to be a thing. But yeah, probably never listen to this again, but who knows? Maybe in like 5 years I'll be like the biggest fucking Toxic fan. Who knows? That's why you never know. That's why you keep this shit. Because, you know, your tastes change over years. You could be like, I mean, there's shit I didn't like when I was younger that I like now, so who knows? You never know, man. That's why I never sell anything unless I'm doing a trade where I just really need something, so. Alright, cheers. Up next, I'm doing CDs first, and we're still doing thrash. This one's out of the 88, so it's 1990, Sacred Reich, The American Way. Just, man, after the first record's so fucking badass. And then this one came out, and I don't know, man, I could just never get into this record. It's really bouncy and kind of like a fun record, like a fun thrash, where the first one was more like a go for your throat thrash. Even Surf Nicaragua was like that, but this one, 31 Flavors, just fucking horrible. Songs are okay. I like The American Way. I actually like that song, but it's really the only song I like on this record. And pretty much everything else sounds similar to that. It has that kind of bouncy sound to it, but it's kind of a groove, but not as good as The American Way, the song. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I never got into this record, and still, I probably like it a little bit more than I did back when I was younger, but right now it's just, like, I'll put this on, I get bored after like the first song. So that's number 2 for Thrash. Number 3, this is where you guys are going to start yelling at me probably, but yeah, Creator Extreme Aggression. I got fucking 5Ks from Kerrang. It's got to be good, right? No. God, this album blows, man. I don't know, man. And that's honestly just my opinion, but I actually like the remaster better than this version. I don't like this like sound they come up with after Pleasure to Kill with the terrible certainty. That's on my other video. I don't like that record either. I don't like it's like a fake Bay Area style. Like you already have this style, but now you're gonna change to this weird like Bay Area fucking riffing, and Millie's vocals are different. I don't know. Songs are stupid. Betrayer. Extreme Aggressions. I don't like that. I mean, a lot of the songs sound the same. Love Us or Hate Us. It's just stupid, man. Some Pain Will Last. They all kind of sound the same. Yeah, just not a great record, honestly, in my opinion. I know a lot of people love this record, which is fine. It's just, I'll just listen to Testament if I really need to listen to something like this. Because it just sounds like Bay Area thrash, like someone trying to cover a Bay Area thrash band to me. But I don't know, just not my cup of tea. I don't like his vocals. I don't like the lyrics. I don't like the choruses. Like I said, they sound stupid. They're all these like weird sing-along, love us or hate us, and it's like, God, dude, fuck. If this is the same band that did Pleasure to Kill, it sounds nothing like them. But yeah, they're on Epic at that point, so I guess they have to make something that's going to sell records, right? Up next, Overkill, Under the Influence. This came out in '88. Extreme Aggressions came out in '89, so it's a little out of the parameters, but I could have just added Terrible Certainty if I wanted to. But yeah, Overkill, Under the Influence. Man, I don't like this record. It's really boring. Again, Hello from the Gutter is a really bad song. Overkill 2 is probably the best song on this record. But again, it just has this kind of very commercial sound to it. This MTV Anthrax type of sound, where they weren't really known for that before this. But on this record, I think this is the only record they really tried to be like this kind of commercial thrash band. After this, then they went. After Years of Decay, I like that record way better than this record. This one just sounds like a generic. Like every song sounds generic. So, I mean, and like I said, I like Overkill, especially the first 2 records. Those are my favorites. And I like Horoscope and fucking. Not Horoscope and Years of Decay. Yeah, those are great records. There's probably more records too I like. Then they went groove metal in the 90s, it sucked. Everybody just gives them a pass on those. They're just like, yeah, it is what it is. All right, this band, next one. Let's keep it moving. It is. I'll put this in the thrash pile. You guys can say it's more like heavy metal but speed metal, whatever. But I'm doing King Diamond, Fatal Portrait. I think this is from '86. Another one, man. This and this is after Merciful Fate. Love the first Merciful Fate and the EP, but man, this one, it's so bad, man. It's just really boring. I like the song Halloween, but it had like the way he's singing on this, he tries to like harmonize. There's not like the first couple Merciful Fate records are really I don't want to say intricate, but there's a lot of different ideas and music. This one kind of is just more plain, more just straight up heavy metal sounding. Doesn't have a lot of like things to latch onto, a lot of good riffs. There's like 1 or 2 riffs per out the, maybe like 3 or 4 maybe out in each song. It's just, I don't know, man. Like Fatal Portrait, even them, I'm not a big fan of either. I like Abigail. I like some of the King Diamond stuff. It's just, I don't know, this one in particular I could never get into, and which was more of a disappointment just because it was like the albums after Merciful Fate, or the first one. I always like this like hype sticker though. Long live the king! Alright, it's pretty much Merciful Fate. It's got like most of the same band members, so but that's just my thoughts on it, and I've definitely tried. Here's another one I've really tried to listen to over the years and could never get into, man. Destruction, Release from Agony. I know this is a lot of people's... Look at these guys. Fucking douchebags. What are they... What's going on with this photo shoot? Look at the fucking drummer with the drumstick in his mouth. It's the guys that fucking did Infernal Overkill, and now they're fucking posing like this. Could tell already what it was going to be like. I think they're pretty much at the fucking Sears photo booth. Yeah, we'll take the tie-dye background. Yeah, no problem, man. We got you. It's going to be an extra $10. But this is their Rock Hotel Profile Records. You know, their big major label debut. I love the album cover. I had such high hopes for this when it came out. I remember listening to this and like, I was like, oh fuck, I got the new Destruction, went out, got the fucking, I had it on cassette, got the boombox, got my skateboard, went out to fucking skate with this, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? This kind of sucks. But yeah, still, I've tried over the years to like this record. Just never, it's not working. I like Sign of Fear. Again, it has these weird, like, sing-along, Sign of Fear. It's like, has these kind of like unconscious ruins. I don't know, man. I just don't like the delivery. They try to get technical, but they're just not a technical band. So I don't know. Just becomes boring to me, and just, I don't know. Just not Destruction for me. I know a lot of people love this record, which is fine. I get it. I'll still listen to it once in a while, but why would I need to when I can listen to Infernal or Eternal Devastation? So, all right, we are on, I think, the last Thrash record, which is MOD, Gross Misconduct, which is more of a crossover record, kind of. Really, it's more of a Thrash record, but you could say it's crossover because of Billy's voice, but it's just generic Anthrax style riffing, very, very generic Anthrax riffing. Scott Ian wasn't involved, so the riffs are pretty bad. Stupid ass lyrics, no glove, no love, true colors, Godzilla, just stupid shit. I think Dark Knight's only on the CD, but yeah, it's whatever. I don't know, man. Just look at this stupid ass cover. Like, what? Where? All of a sudden they had like a shark as their guy? I don't remember. I don't know what happened. It was the guy smoking a cigar, the SOD guy. Then it became this like shark thing after Surfing MOD. And then they went back to the cigar guy. It's like confusing. This is a stupid one though. Like, what's with the shark mascot? I don't fucking get it. But yeah, generic like crossover stuff. Really bad riffs, really bad lyrics. Just boring. But that's my thrash stuff for now. Let's get on some death metal. Alright. Guys, don't hate me for some of these. I saw a bunch of people pick this. Kind of more of an honorable mention, but Cynic Focus. I already saw 2 people already mention this one. Yeah, man, just obnoxious fucking death metal. Just fucking riffs everywhere. Boring as shit. God, it's just like, how many riffs can I put into a song that doesn't sound like a song? And then you get just all these. It's like I'm just making music to like impress somebody else that plays music. Like, anytime fucking anybody talks about this record and they're like, oh, it's one of my favorite records, all they talk about is the musicians. Oh man, did you hear them do this? They did that. Like, who fucking cares? Can they write a song? No, they can't, honestly, because nothing sounds coherent. It just sounds like a bunch of fucking riffs and solos and bullshit. If you like guitar shit, fucking you probably like this, but it's not a good death metal record. Alright, here's another one. I don't like this record. Hypocrisy, Fourth Dimension. This came out after their second record, I can't remember what it's called, Obsculum or something like that, which is really good. And then Peter took over vocals on this about, you know, aliens and shit. And then they pretty much just sounded like this record from then on. I like the first song, it's doomy, it's heavy, but then all the songs kind of sound the same and it just gets really, really boring. I can't tell any song apart from the others. I want to turn it off after the first song, honestly, every time. I'm just like, oh, let me check out this fucking Hypocrisy again. Maybe I missed something because so many people like it. But it's pretty generic. It does have some like type riffs in it, which I fucking hate. Those are a lot of the songs on this. Just have that same chugging riff with like a guitar in the background, like another guitar doing like nee, 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 nee. It's like, fuck, man, this is boring as shit. Yeah, listen to the first two Hypocrisy records. This one, not great. That's from '94. I believe did I say SO, not MO, MOD is from '89. All right, up next, Disincarnate, Dreams of the Carrion Kind. Man, this album was boring. Super boring. Just generic fucking Florida type death metal with James Murphy. Just because James Murphy's in it. That's how this shit got popular. James Murphy plays guitar. Again, idolizing just somebody that plays music is going to be a great record. No. The riffs on this are just generic DSI type riffing. It's nothing spectacular. It's very generic, very boring. Can never tell the songs apart. It's okay. It's an okay record. I could put it on once in a while, but again, it's nothing I'm going to reach for. Like, man, where's that Disincarnate? I got to listen to that. Never liked this record, even when it first came out. Never understood the hype from 1993. But yeah, if you guys like it, it's fine. I get it. It's okay, but I think it has more hype to do with just James Murphy's in the band. Anything James Murphy was in was fucking godly at the time, so. Not for me. Alright guys, you guys are going to be pissed at me, and I like this record. I actually like this record. It's just, I just never connected with it, man. Dismember, Indecent Obscene. I don't like the production on this, man. So, it doesn't sound anything like, man, why is there a belt buckle? That's always like, really guys? This is what you can come up with for your record company? I mean, cover. Just a fucking Dismember belt buckle inside some gory chest. I don't know. I like the videos. I don't know. I just could never get into this. The drums have this horrible snare sound to them that just, and the guitars are way low in the mix. They don't have that HM2 sound to them. And it's just, I don't know, man. Like, this album never resonated with me. I can never get into it. I like it. I think if the production was different on it, I would actually like this record. But again, that's just to go to show, like, sometimes the production of something just to make the album just horrible for you, and this is what this one does for me. And that's not a lot of records, honestly, but this sounds like almost like a demo or something, but not a good demo. And yeah, Dismember, I've tried over the years. It's not like I haven't tried, but still nothing I reach for. Alright, up next, another one. Just don't care for. I mean, has a couple good songs on it. Napalm Death, Harmony Corruption. Man, what a letdown from the EP and the first two records, which I really love. And this is just kind of a, almost sounds just like it's a mix between Benediction and Terrorizer, because you got Jesse and Barney in it, and it just sounds generic, man. I like Suffer the Children. That's a good song. I really like that song, but again, it's another one of those records that just nothing sticks out for me except that song. Everything else is just like, whatever. It's okay. It's okay, generic death metal. Not even really grindcore. It's just more of a death metal record. I don't like the production on it either. It's pretty boring. Again, I don't think a lot of people actually are gonna disagree with me on that record. And that was from 1990. All right, and last but not least, and this is where you guys are gonna get pissed, but that's fine. Death, Leprosy. I don't know, man. Like, after Scream Bloody Gore, and I already heard the Autopsy demos and stuff like that, Nihilist, and then I heard this, and I was like, I was expecting more. I wanted something better. This just sounds like a generic Massacre record. It doesn't, which, I mean, makes sense, because it has all the same guys from Massacre on it, except Cam. But, I don't know. Generic riffing. I like Born Dead, Pull the Plug, Open Casket, but some of the songs are they're just boring. This album's boring and generic sounding to me. I actually like the album after this better, which is weird, even though the lyrics are way stupider on that record. But I like it doesn't have the dark sound that the first record had, and then they went kind of back to it with Spiritual Healing. This one's more like just a generic Florida death metal record, which is weird. Like, I was expecting so much more from this record, but I still like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like, oh, I don't like Leprosy, that album sucks. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying this is a letdown, and an album that never really resonated with me. Not my go-to death album at all. But then again, nothing besides Scream Bloody Gore and Spiritual Healing really are. I don't go for Human or anything else like that. I don't like those records, so it makes sense. I think that's all I got, man. Killer Thread. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe you guys have some opinions on some records, or do a video on some like more classic records that you just don't care for. And again, I think it's just a personal preference, man. It's just things you hear, you have a feeling, you're like, okay, yeah, man, I love that shit. And then other things, you're just like, this is the same band? Because I'm not really getting that feeling from this record. And bands change their styles, right? Whether it's to be more popular or just because they get new members. There's a lot of different reasons. But anyways, all right, guys. Appreciate you watching. And let me know what you think down in the comments. Check you later.